Greetings. Today we conclude the study of the 1,000-year reign of righteousness. We left off reading yesterday at Luke 19:15, so we resume with Luke 19:16 today. That came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. That's a gain of 1,000%. And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. That's a gain of 500%. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. Verse 21 says, For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up, thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, Out of thy own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required my own with usury or interest? And he said unto them that stood by, Take from him the pound, and give it to him that hath 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he hath 10 pounds. For I say unto you that every one which hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even he that hath shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them thither, and slay them before me. While Matthew's recording of the commendation states the faithful ones will be ruler over many things, Luke's account specifically states the faithful ones will have authority over a number of cities. As stated in Luke 19:11 through 27, the events of Revelation are comparable in the rapture of the saints to the bema for determination and bestowing of rewards and the destruction of the enemy at the Battle of Armageddon. So then let's look at the remnant in Revelation 25. Literally, but the remaining ones of the dead ones, they live not again until the 1,000 years it may be completed. This is the first particular resurrection. The fact that this completion of the first resurrection cannot be debated, or at least refuted by debate. There is disagreement among some scholars at the various times in which the different groups attain their part in the first resurrection. For instance, some maintain that there are 3 distinct, quote, catching aways or raptures. One for the Old Testament saints, one for New Testament saints, and finally one for the tribulation saints. This concept may account for the various positions, the pre-tribulation, the pre-wrath, and the post-tribulation views of the rapture. The rapture of the church is what I understand to be the end of the church age. This is the event which stops the Gentile clock and begins the clock on the 70th week of Daniel's prophecy, which the Jews owe God before this millennial reign of Christ will begin. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 18, we should note that there is no distinction drawn between Old Testament saints and New Testament saints that I can discern. It says, But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that you sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him.